Hey church family, hey students, hey parents of students. We do want to let you know Intensity is still on and we are ready to go. We are still looking at July 12th through the 15th. Again, if you remember, there was some updates that we actually had changed our dates from a 3-day camp, from a 4-day camp to a 3-day camp. And we are looking to leave here on Sunday afternoon, and we would be returning on Wednesday morning. There is still a little bit of a potential that there may be one more change in that to where we would leave Monday and be back Thursday morning, but that would be the only change. It is still the same week, but it may change in that day. But right now we're planning on Sunday through Wednesday morning. Because we've changed it to a 3-day camp, we wanted you to know that the price that we have advertised of $275 is no longer valid. Now we are only charging $215 because the students are missing a day. So if you have paid that full amount of $275 when you first registered, we will be issuing a refund as soon as possible back to whatever form of payment that you used. If you used a credit card or a debit card, it will be the payment will go back to that source. So whatever you use, we will get you that money back. And if you decide at any point that you want to withdraw this year because of restrictions or other things that we'll get to here in a minute, but we will offer you a full refund no matter how much you paid, whether it's your deposit or whether you paid the full amount. So I do want to go over just real quickly just a few of the restrictions that are going to be taking place this year. The main restriction is that we're not able to mix with other groups or other churches. And so for us, as far as sleeping arrangements go, that's pretty normal how we've done camp because of the size of our church. We typically are in our own cabin, and we will continue to do so. There will not be anybody else in our cabin except for people from Greenwood. And so you can rest assured in that. We are not able to do a lot of the things where we mix together like D teams and rec time and free time where we mix with other churches. So what's going to happen is that we're going to have a schedule, and we're going to have to follow that schedule just like we do every year, except this year when we get the schedule, it will be our church will be the only church at the pool when it's our time to go to the pool. And then from there, if it's our time to go to the Gaga pits, when we are scheduled to be there, that's the only time that we can go. So during our free time, we can't just go wherever we want to because, again, we can't just intermix with other churches. We're going to have to kind of go around from place to place and be mainly with our church. Some of the other things that are taking place, we will be taking people's temperature every day. Every day there will be a log and questions that we have to answer and turn into the nurse. If somebody does come down with a fever, parents, we do want you to know there is a quarantine cabin. And then as soon as a student has a fever, you will be contacted, and you have to get that student picked up ASAP as quickly as you can get someone down to Heart of Texas Camp in Brownwood. We're going to need you to pick up that student. And so there is a quarantine area, so if somebody, again, does run a fever, and maybe that's the only thing that they have, and we're not saying that somebody would contract COVID-19, but if they have anything this year, we're going to be very strict on actually just sending those students home. So make sure you're aware of that. Also, there will be no visitors this year. Because of COVID-19, and we want to keep our kids safe and all the craziness that's going on there, they will not allow any visitors to come onto the camp during that camp. Only the students and the counselors who are there for the week. Those are the only people that can come in. So I don't know if you were planning on coming to visit, but just know that is not an option. Some of the other things that we're going to be doing that are going to be just as fun as we still are going to have D teams. Our D teams will just look a little different, and they will consist of people from our church. If you've never been to Intensity before, a D team is basically a small group and the team that you do your rec with. So those things will still take place. They will just be from within our group. Other churches will be there. They will have their own teams. We just can't mix together. So we'll be able to see them, and we'll be able to know that they're there and even kind of talk to them. We just can't get close and intermix our groups, especially with our activities. And so if you are wanting to go, we still have room for you. You can go to greenwood.church/intensity and get signed up. If you choose that you hear these restrictions and you see some of these things, and you say, hey, I don't know that I want to go, we understand. We want you to go. We'll be very, very, very disappointed and saddened that you don't go, but we understand, and we don't want to put that pressure on any of you as parents or any of you as students if you feel uncomfortable. You are allowed to bring a mask and wear a mask if that's something that you would like to do, but that is not a requirement to participate in camp. So if that's something that you would like to send with your student, or a student would like to wear, they can do so. There will be a few more liability release forms that are going to go along with this year, specifically for the COVID-19, and knowing that we're going to be having daily health screenings. So be looking for those in your packets. But again, we love camp. We believe God is still going to do some really awesome things in camp, and we want you to be a part of it. So if you haven't signed up, go to greenwood.church/intensity and get signed up today. All it requires is a $25 deposit. And then if you're wanting to, you can go on the payments page on our website, and you can just make payments as often as you need to get to that point, or you can wait till a later date to pay the remaining balance, whatever fits your budget and whatever fits you guys as a family. And so again, parents, students, camp is still happening. We want you to be a part of it. We look forward to seeing you at Intensity July 12th. Love you guys. We'll see you.